There's approximately, give or take, 8 billion people on this planet, and each person lives in a very unique world. Now, your world's different than my world, and it's different from anybody else's world that you know. Now, one of the major tenets of the Center for Infinite Riches is that the 8 billion worlds in which each one of us lives are uniquely formed from us and by each one of us. Your world's unique in that it is created from your thoughts, your beliefs, and your actions. It's a fundamental truth that everything that has ever or will ever exist has been invented twice. First as an idea in thought, and then as a physical reality. And that physical reality happens through the actions that we take that are informed by the thoughts that preceded them. And it's in this sense that each of our unique worlds are fundamentally spiritual in nature. Now, I want to pause here. I don't mean spiritual in any religious sense. I mean spiritual as a way to, literally as a way to describe the source of creative thought. I mean spiritual in the sense that everything in this universe, including your world, including my world, is a unique manifestation of an undifferentiated, infinitely rich universal consciousness or a universal mind. Now, I want you to just stop and think about that for a moment. A manifestation of an undifferentiated, infinitely rich universal consciousness or universal mind. Spirit is undifferentiated. There's 8 billion, literally 8 billion differentiated expressions of that just in the human species. And then we look at animals, we look at fauna, and the flora that populates this planet. Individuated, differentiated expressions of spirit. Now, let's look at this notion from a little bit different vantage point. As I mentioned just a bit ago, all matter is simply energy that's being manifested in a particular form. And that form can be a chair, it can be a rocket ship, a star, a rock, a human being, and even our thoughts, feelings, and emotions and behaviors. Each of these forms vibrates at a very unique energetic frequency. For example, the seed of an oak tree has a different genetic and energetic frequency than that of a birch tree. What brings the particular energy field into something that can be experienced with our senses is an observer. This is the famous Heisenberg effect that is a foundational component of the theory of quantum physics. The observer interrupts a quantum field state of energy in a way that causes a probability wave to collapse into a discrete, measurable, and observable physical state. Your experiences of reality, my experiences of reality, are simply observational measures of a quantum field of energy. Whatever reality you're currently experiencing is a function of your vibrational frequency as an observer, your beingness with which you look at and grok, if you will, take into account this thing that we call reality. Your beingness is comprised of your thoughts, your experiences, beliefs, and behaviors. When you observe with your specific and usually habituated and embodied vibrational frequency, you collapse, I collapse, a wave function in the quantum field that's in synchrony with that frequency. And this is not a function of time. It just happens instantaneously. There's no waiting that's required. What we call reality is literally no more and no less than a manifestation function of individual and collective vibrational frequencies. Individual and collective vibrational frequencies. It's our observations that cause what our reality is to appear to us. It's in this way that the law of vibration is the foundation for what we call the law of attraction. Frequency vibration attracts anything that matches that vibrational frequency. Now, the magic, if I can call it that, the magic is that this can be shifted instantaneously with a corresponding shift in your experienced reality. As soon as you shift vibrational frequency, something magic happens. There's a whole different possibility that begins to unfold. This is known in physics as a quantum phase shift. It's not a linear, time-constrained, or time-informed movement. It just pops. A different thing happens. You move to a different place. A phase shift occurs instantly. And when it does, a whole new world of possibility opens up. Things that seemed out of reach, that existed on a different frequency band, are now attracted to you effortlessly because there's a frequency match. I love magic. I love going to magic shows. I know magic performers. And any magic trick that's expertly performed really does appear miraculous until you discover the way in which the magician performs the trick. And then the magic disappears. And you're left with a very clever trick. Now, when you discover how life truly works, what you're actually left with is not a trick. What you're actually left with is true magic. Now, as I said earlier, all that has ever been, is, or will be, has already been created. It's already happened. What's needed now is for you to arrive at where it is. Change your thinking, and you will change your world. For me, one of the most fascinating people to have ever lived was Nikola Tesla. He's noted for many, many things. And one of the things he's often quoted as saying is that if you want to find the secrets of the universe, think in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration. All matter, and that includes yourself, your thoughts, the chair you're sitting in, the phone you're holding, the relationships that you have, and your bank account, are simply a quantum field of energy vibrating at a frequency that's accessible to our senses. Accessing the infinite riches of the universe is not about doing, it's about being. And each of us bees at a certain vibrational frequency. You can access whatever you want simply by being that frequency. It is that simple, and it appears as magic if you don't know what it's about. I'm Blaine Bartlett, and I want to thank you for listening.